This prison has a peculiar rule. All prisoners are forbidden from wearing shoes or slippers, but all the guards can wear thick, insulated shoes that are resistant to heat and electricity. What's even stranger, none of them carry guns. While the prisoners were asking questions, a guard suddenly took a remote control from his waist and gently pressed it. In the next second, a powerful bolt of electricity flowed from the floor. It was not deadly, but it was extremely painful. Because of this, even with almost 5,000 people in the prison, only 50 guards are needed to manage them all. And this is just the lowest level. After the captain spoke, we realized that this place is actually a massive factory. Many people are locked up here on fabricated charges, forced into a brutal 10-hour workday. Each workshop has a supervisor who manages everything, except when a new prisoner arrives. That's the only time a guard shows up. At other times, they're nowhere to be seen, but they're never worried about the prisoners escaping. If someone tries to run, they only need to press the remote to activate the electricity on the floor, and they can easily control the prisoners. To boost production, each workshop in the prison is subjected to scrutiny. Only the first rank gets a reward. All the remaining groups are punished with electricity, so the prisoners have no time to rest. They don't want to waste even 1 second. The supervisor warns the man to be serious about learning. He needs to master the entire production process within 1 hour. After the workday, they return to the dormitory to rest. The dorm is a small, single room, only about 3 square meters. It's like a sleeping pad, with all their belongings arranged on the wall. They get to eat 3 times a day, but if you want to eat well, you have to be first in the assessment. Their remaining sentence is shown on a screen. Every day, you can see it slowly decreasing. This gives the prisoners hope. But what's strange, last month, all the sentences were suddenly re-evaluated without exception. Everyone's sentence was doubled. Everyone was talking about it recently. Why did they do this? Before they could finish talking, the supervisor immediately stopped them. If the guards hear this, things will surely end badly. At that moment, the broadcast in the cell suddenly played. It's time to turn off the lights and sleep. All prisoners must return to their beds within 30 seconds. If not, when the white light on the floor turns red, they will be instantly killed by a strong electric current. So, even without doors, no one dares to escape. A new day quickly arrives. When the light turns from red back to white, the prisoners can enter the workshop. This prison has 7 floors, built above the sea. There are many other prisons like it. Each floor has its own separate space for prisoners, so if they want to talk to others, they have to use hand signs. It seems like something big has happened in the prison recently. The new man knows nothing about what they're talking about, so he is forced to work nonstop. He continues to study and gradually becomes proficient in the production process. The supervisor continues to rush everyone to work, saying, "Now we have a good chance to be ranked first." Only 1 day is left before the assessment. But at this time, an unexpected event occurs. One of the prisoners could no longer bear the extreme cruelty in the prison and chose to commit suicide. He couldn't take it. Who is it now? He committed suicide. Who is Wimos? The tall one from Station 3. He jumped voluntarily. My God, we'll be smelling his body all night. He committed suicide in the middle of the night. I can't feel sorry for him. Stop it. Tomorrow you'll be short of a body for the whole day. When you get electrocuted, then you can think about that. That's enough. Everyone be quiet. No one cared about his death. All they thought about was the loss of one person in their group, which would affect the speed of their work. If production slows down, it will be difficult to get first place. If they don't get first, punishment is certain. Because Station 3 is short a person, they have already dropped to 4th place. So everyone has to work twice as hard. But the new man doesn't want to wait. From the very beginning, he has been thinking about escaping. Every time he goes to the bathroom, he secretly goes to saw the water pipe. But before he can saw it properly, the broadcast sounds. A new prisoner has arrived. He quickly puts the area back in order and returns to the workshop. A new one has arrived. Stand straight in your positions. While the guard is bringing the new prisoner, he notices a major weakness in the prison. The guard are not wearing their insulated shoes, but they're not being electrocuted when the floor is activated. This means that the electricity is not connected to the elevator platform. He immediately thinks of a possible escape route. Kill the guards on the platform and seize their weapons. But this is not the right time. He needs to convince everyone to escape together. Thanks to the new arrival, their team's production speeds up again. Finally, with everyone's help, they get first place and escape the electric punishment. But that day, one prisoner, while talking to the cell next to him, learns that something big happened on the 2nd floor. Before he could ask clearly, the room suddenly became very hot, and the air seemed to be running out. They found it hard to breathe, and suddenly the lights in the room went out, but they came back on after a few seconds. Something happened on the second floor. Their hand movements are too fast. I can't understand them. Everyone calm down. There's a major incident on the second floor, and the supervisor immediately arrives to stop their conversation. He is afraid that if the guards get angry, they will be affected too. Not long after, the broadcast sends everyone back to their dormitory. Back in the dorm, the man asks the supervisor if he has ever thought about escaping, but he doesn't want to answer. He says he will be free in only 17 days and doesn't want to get into trouble at this stage. But the man continues to pester him, making him even more scared. The guard might hear us, but the man says that the guards don't care. In their eyes, it's impossible for us to escape. When he sees that the supervisor is not paying attention to him, he gets even more annoyed. If he wants to escape, he needs to include him in the plan. The next day, the news about the incident on the second floor spreads. Exactly 500 people died simultaneously from an electric shock. Because of this, the guards used up the entire power supply of the prison, so the whole building was temporarily without electricity. Who said that? The maintenance personnel. There's a group below. They killed everyone on the bridge. Speak up more loudly. This incident also shakes the belief of the supervisor, who has long been diligent in his work. But to maintain order, he still declares it to be just a rumor and tells everyone to just focus on work while the truth is still unclear. But while everyone is busy working, an old prisoner, exhausted from fatigue, can no longer stand up. On the way home, he suddenly collapses. The supervisor calls the doctor, who is also a prisoner here. They know each other. The supervisor asks the doctor to treat the old man because he will be free in just 40 days. But the next thing the doctor says is very confusing. In his opinion, there's no point in treating the old man because no one here will get out alive. As he says this, he takes out a drug for euthanasia. I can't save anyone. I need a body bag and a stretcher in the corridor. He's going to leave this world quietly, but we and others won't be that lucky. The supervisor is confused, so he asks again what really happened on the second floor. Using the excuse of needing a body bag, the doctor sends the guard away. They made a mistake. A prisoner from the fourth floor was released, but the next day, he was sent back to the second floor. When the news spread, they killed everyone in the workshop, and they were both shocked to hear this. They never thought that the killed people were just being transferred to another floor. No one can escape from this prison. While they wanted to ask more questions, the guard arrived. They had no choice but to surrender and go back to work. After hearing what the doctor said, the man felt that now was the right time to convince the supervisor. So he starts talking to him. Even though the supervisor's tone is still firm, he's beginning to have doubts and asks if they really have a plan. We plan to make a move when the new prisoner arrives. Tomorrow they will replace him. This is the last chance. If we miss it, it's over. I'd rather gamble my life to kill them than serve them for the rest of my life. Finally, the supervisor agrees and reveals the truth about the prison to everyone. No one can escape from here. The only way is to escape by our own strength. The others have long been tired of this life, so they have no hesitation in joining the escape plan. While working, the man secretly takes a metal bar from a companion and brings it to the bathroom to open the water pipe. He lets the water flow from it. Meanwhile, the guards are preparing to deliver the new prisoner, but the man still hasn't come out. They have no choice but to pray for him. Finally, he gets back to his position before he's noticed, and the water flows just as the elevator platform starts. When he feels that the time is just right, he signals his companions and pretends to fight with one of them. This immediately causes a commotion. You too, maintain your positions. While the guard's attention is focused, the man immediately stops the elevator platform. The prisoners climb up together to seize the weapons. The new prisoner quickly understands the plan. He immediately picks up a baton and electrocutes a guard, but he's immediately shot and killed by the guard on top. Fight! At that command, everyone throws their weapons at the top, but they don't hit the guards. The prisoners fall one by one, but no one gives up. They only become braver. When the guards see that they can't handle it, they immediately call for help to activate the floor electrocution move. The prisoners immediately rush out and climb onto the tables. That's slow-moving electric current. They're hit by the electricity one by one, but because of the water, the power line is damaged and the electric mode no longer works. They can no longer scare the prisoners. When the supervisor learns this, he immediately orders an attack. All the people rush up at the same time. The man also reaches the top, and he takes down 2 guards and gets their weapons. Then they head to the control room of their workshop. Meanwhile, on the lower floors, water has started to leak. They don't know what is happening above. With the help of the weapons, the prisoners seem to have become gods. The guards have no chance because one side is willing to die, while the other is afraid to die. But suddenly, a broadcast is heard from the control room. In 40 seconds, the death electrocution mode of the entire prison will be activated for all prisoners. Luckily, the supervisor and the man arrive immediately, and the staff are stunned in shock. They don't understand why there are prisoners there. The supervisor orders them to immediately shut down the system. Because they have no weapons, they obey immediately. But this is still not enough for their safety, so the man threatens the two and has them cut off the power, including the entire external hydropower system. After doing all this, the supervisor broadcasts to the entire prison. He declares that they have control of the whole prison and have turned off the floor electrocution mode. If you want to live, get out of your cells and rush up. Do not hesitate to take down the guards who block you. When the reinforcements arrive, we are finished. We have known from the beginning that they are changing our sentences. We have known that no one outside knows the truth here. We have known that what they call release is just a transfer to another prison, and we will work until we die. All of this is over now. There is only one way to get out. We now hold the entire building. You must escape. Go up and kill the guards until we get out of this hell. Led by him, the prisoners come out of their cells one by one and begin to walk toward the light of freedom. The remaining guards scream in fear and hide in their rooms. They don't even dare to come out. What can 50 people do to stop 5,000 prisoners? This is an impossible thing to happen. It didn't take long for the prisoners to get outside. Even with the ocean below, they jumped one by one without hesitation.